probably going to take a minute before it actually kicks in, but in the meantime, of course, on my end, I see an ad on the stream. I don't know if anyone else is in as of yet. It does actually record this bits of conversation, though. I think I've noticed in retrospect. I could be wrong. Anyway, hello everyone, and welcome to actually my second stream in 1 week. And not only is it the second stream in 1 week, but it's also the second stream in 1 week featuring my roommate and general co-host, Cybernetic Pink Eye.
Hi, everybody!
No, shut up. Okay, alright, we're off to a start here. So, today, I think I even said earlier this week, I would love to try and stream on Friday. Well, Friday turned out to not be a good day. I actually had to go in for a different appointment, which was super fun. It wasn't necessarily that in itself the appointment was bad. It was to get some x-rays done related to some other medical stuff that's going on. But they had their front entrance closed to try and minimize, to concentrate whomever goes in and out, because it's a hospital, and, it's one of those places where people will go when they're sick.
So we had to take a 20-minute detour.
A little bit, and unfortunately, one of the reasons why I am applying for disability is because I cannot spend a lot of time on my feet walking around. One of the reasons why I'm at risk for the whole pandemic thing is because I have asthma and other breathing difficulties. So having to walk a relatively normal distance ended up actually draining me a lot. And by the time we got home, I was not in any shape to be entertaining or to be streaming or to be, period. Hello, Ragnar, welcome.
Everything happens so much.
That was literally the summary of yesterday, is everything happens so much.
It really do be like that, though.
BDSM. Bikes do so much. If you're not watching Salty DK Dan,
yeah,
do so.
Yeah, go check out the Friend Lock. Go check out all those people who are involved in that series, because each and every one of them are hilarious.
Oh, God. So, okay, you mentioned all the other people who are associated with that, and I immediately think there's that one, auto place or whatever it is that's near us that's called Gerber Collisions. And if you know what I'm referring to, no, hang on. If you know what I'm referring to, you know why that's funny. If you don't know why that's funny, it's not actually funny.
It's morbidly hilarious.
It's funny because
if you know, you know.
If the coincidence of it, short version. I mean, it's really the only real version that I know anyway. So Gerber, being one of Salty's friends and regulars, especially in the
Gerber baby on Twitter,
ended up getting into a car accident, and it was actually pretty devastating. The funny part, the morbid humor, the dark humor in it, is the fact that this place near us is literally called Gerber Collision. And it's like, oh no. Oh no. No.
Here's the thing. I'm sure he would appreciate the joke.
Maybe, but I'm not going to be the one to tell him the joke. It's one thing if it were coming from your friend,
Yeah.
Like if it was your friend who was driving around and, saw a sign with your name on it associated with something funny or some kind of irony, that's one thing. Me, an absolute stranger sitting on the internet, suddenly showing up with a picture of, haha, isn't this funny? Would have probably not gone over so well.
Sure. I mean, either way, I don't see him seeing red over it, mostly because he's colorblind. But anyway.
He ain't even here. He cannot defend or call you out.
I'm still not over that one fucking, donation, Gerber assigned bottom at birth.
Or this is from Moms and whatever it was.
Yeah.
And Gerber immediately
Hello, this is Big Mommy Rental Service calling to let you know that your mommy begging has been delayed for this month.
Cut it. Cut the stream. Cut the stream. No, release me. Release me.
God. I only recently found out, by the way, that he and Sarah are dating.
Huh.
Yeah. I think it's Sarah. Yeah, it's Sarah, I believe.
I do not know.
I believe she played...
I know who she is. I do not know whether or not they are together. That's all. My only thing. Anyway, okay. I can get a little nosy sometimes, but I also try to make sure that I'm not...
That's true. It's really none of our business anyway.
Yeah, I think that's the main thing, is that I try not to seek out information.
Yeah.
Because again, I understand... I understand wanting to get to know people that you admire better. I get that. Also, hi, Phoenix. But there's the line of, if I'm not the friend that they're telling about these personal, things going on in their lives... Yeah. I don't really see it as my business.
Yeah, I only brought it up because I saw it in, their status the other day. I'm like, oh.
Right. And that's very sweet.
Yeah.
Anyway, as people are kind of trickling in, it says I've got 6 viewers, but if you're here and you're quiet, hi, I love you too, I'm glad you guys are here. If you're here and you're not so quiet, hi, I can talk with you more easily.
Hey, listen, we welcome lurkers here, all right?
We do. I am a perpetual lurker.
Same.
If you are in any servers with me, you know how much of a lurker I can be. I am so... I don't want to say antisocial. I'm just very awkward. I call it being an Akko Taco because that's honestly the best description for it.
See, now I'm imagining a Choco Taco, but with your face imprinted into the side.
Well, those were discontinued.
They were discontinued, but some mad lad decided to 3D print them for the sake of preserving history. Or rather, 3D scan a model of them.
So, today... today, you may probably, I don't know, it's probably showing up under the stream or whatever it is, and I linked to it by saying, hey, I'm going to be taking a trip down nostalgia lane. There we go.
I mean, who knows? This is a point-and-click adventure game, so there might be a bit of strip teasing.
There is not. Anyway, Ragnar, it's understandable, really. I consider myself an introvert, but it's not that I hate socializing. Same. I enjoy... Shut up. I enjoy socializing. I enjoy being in the company of other people. I'm just terrible at being the one to initiate it. And here's the other side of this, and this is one of those, at no point have I ever considered myself better than other people. I'm not the sort of ego-inflated sort of person. However, apparently there are people who are intimidated by me, and I think it's either because of some of the things that I have been in or the fact that I have any kind of internet presence. I don't know if there's even just something about me, but people have told me that they have difficulty approaching me because I am intimidating, and I would like to think, this is actually my ego talking, that it's because they're just so impressed by me and not because I'm scary and frightening and, make them feel bad. I don't want that to be the case.
Yeah, I think the other part is people are just generally naturally intimidated by anyone who is particularly verbose or has an extensive vocabulary.
Maybe, I don't know. I don't want to be scaring people off, but because there is at least some degree of a barrier there or whatever it is, it means that I'm bad at reaching out and other people don't feel comfortable reaching out to me, so I'm in this nice little limbo of, I want to spend time with you, but you're not talking to me.
Which I find doubly hilarious considering you're the one who has to drag me kicking and screaming into social situations.
Sometimes.
Sometimes
all I had to tell you today was that I was streaming and you're like, hey, can I come?
Well, yeah, because it's you. I have no problem doing things with you.
My.
Listen,
this
I
is
knew
live.
the moment I said it.
This is live, sir. Anyway.
I mean, apparently someone's thirsty.
I wonder... Shut up. I wonder why everyone keeps assuming we're married.
It happened again the other day,
yes,
by
it
the
did.
Way. So, to elaborate, my wrist was fucked up about a month ago. I don't know how it happened, but suffice it to say, it was sprained to the extent where I had to stay home from work for over a month. And I've been regularly attending physical therapy since then. And during our last session with physical therapy, I was getting a bit of treatment done, and the particular individual who was seeing me, because Lindsay who was there too.
Yeah, I was. Yeah. First of all, internet name.
Fair enough.
Sir Pounds.
Second
anyway,
all,
so I was also going in because I sprained my shoulder. And this was actually an ongoing issue for some time, but I finally decided to piggyback on him going in to get physical therapy for his wrist to try and get some help for my shoulder and just in general some of the other incredibly fucked up things about my back, shoulders, etc.
Yeah.
So we've been going in and arranging it just because of convenience of transportation and everything to be there at the same days, same time, etc.
Yeah.
And so there was one person who was helping both of us, get initiated in for our physical therapy and
finally, I'm back to my story. Anyway.
I was clarifying the story.
So anyway, I was getting some treatment done there, and the individual helping me was talking to me like, so I noticed you were here, and you and your wife, I believe, were getting something done. And again, I politely explained to them we're roommates or friends. And I let this person in on the ongoing joke of people jumping to that conclusion, like the time we were at the grocery store checking stuff out, and the person at the register said, how long have you two been married?
And of course, Phoenix, you do argue like a married couple. That's true. Although, I will say this. I don't like necessarily the stereotype of married couples arguing. I will, however, say that arguing should not also be necessarily the end of the relationship. It depends on the nature of the argument, etc. But yes, we do in fact interact like a married couple. We're just good friends.
Yeah, what I do find also kind of funny to that extent is I also do not enjoy the stereotype of married couples or people in a relationship arguing, but you are also a very big fan of the enemies to lovers sort of transition.
Yes, that's one of my ship, dynamics that I like.
Yeah, whereas I just am a bigger fan of just the totally, Ari Monogatari-esque sort of completely saccharine,
wholesome.
Yeah, that's more my particular flavor of romance stories.
Everyone has their types of romance that
to
they
each
like.
their own.
Yeah, well, you don't live by that.
Mm-hmm.
You get incredibly judgmental of other people with ship dynamics that you don't like. Anyway.
Yeah, in private.
Say it to me!
And by private, I mean around you.
Wow.
We practically share the same brain cell, alright?
No! Well, we don't, because if we did, we would have the same ship dynamic. Anyway.
I never said the brain cell.
I am trying. There we go. I'm gonna fetch a drink before you start. Literally, as I was about to say, I want to try and focus us back on actually playing this game.
Oh, God.
You might be able to see the title of it depending on how Twitch is actually doing the thing. I don't know. I'm not looking at that end of it. But, what?
I just want to say one more thing. It reminded me of this particular scene from Doctor Who's I am talking and I'm not listening!
Sir Pounce, why?
For context, one of the cats is desperate to try and open the door to my room. He has a tendency to, just even if he is fully fed, just rummage through my garbage, like the little raccoon that he is.
What? No.
Of course,
don't.
He's waddling in here all innocently upon realizing, oh, someone mentioned my name.
No.
We're about to have a cameo here.
No, we are not.
Want to bet?
Nicholas, hello. This doc ain't even chilling. His ass is not listening. Anyway, I do want to get started with this game.
Of course, I apologize for delaying.
No. I mean, the whole point of this is what we're bringing to the table, not necessarily what the game is bringing to the table. That said, I am going to be playing one of the games from my childhood. So this is a very old game. This is actually a remake of this game. It was given better updated graphics after the series, and the Sierra Online ended up advancing in terms of graphics and capability and everything. But this was the one that...
Meanwhile, Sir Pounce is conducting his own ASMR stream.
Excuse me! No, Sir Pounce! Sir Pounce, what are you doing?
He's going back into the closet where he belongs, the little monster.
Well, I'm worried about what he might do there.
That's fair.
Oh well. He's a little
goblin.
He's a fucking little shitball. Anyway.
But we love him so.
Game from my childhood, and this was even the version that I grew up playing. I prefer because the original version of this and the first couple of games in this series are both text parser, which is you type in what you want the character to do or explore, where you want them to go. This is point and click, which is far more intuitive for me.
Yeah, and to probably contextualize where I'm coming from, like, point and click adventure games were not as much a part of they were somewhat part of my childhood, but to the extent where, like, my memory of point and click games was primarily revolved. It was like those educational games, like like 2 through 5 or so. That's always been my sort of association with point and clicks, and so like I remember being sort of confused or not really fully understanding when I realized, oh well, like people like in their 20s or so still play these types of games. I was like, oh, what's going on with that? So it's one of those things that I will never be able to fully dissociate from it, but at the same time, like, intellectually speaking, I know there's some really interesting stories involved in these things.
Now, you may have actually seen me play this game with my brother way back when. It would have been like a decade ago by now, Jesus. And I want to say even this is copyright protection stuff. The software you are now using was produced through the efforts of many people, designers, artists, programmers, musicians, and a lot of other hardworking folks. If you make copies of this software, please do not make illegal copies of this game. Oh, by the way, you will need the information contained in the printed documentation to successfully complete this game. In other words, it's not just the law. It's a good idea. Now,
discretion advised.
I will say that a lot of games back in the day did actually have copyright protection and things like the associated manual that was released with the game. Mm-hmm. I have never needed the documentation, but maybe it's because I've played this game so many times that I don't need whatever copyright protection they would have popped in there. Hello, everyone! If you make a copy of this game, you get the... Hey! This screen reminds me of the old LucasArts. Yeah, I mean, this was around the same time.
God, that's right. Oh, there it is. The seal of quality, ladies and gents, and everyone else in between.
Don't copy that floppy. You got it.
Yeah, floppy, alright. We get it. We get it, Sierra.
Wanted hero for the village of Spielberg.
I see what they did there.
Oh, what do you mean?
Like, because I could be mistaken. Wasn't Steven Spielberg involved in at least some aspect of some of these games?
Nope.
Okay, maybe it was just Lucas then.
Mm-hmm. Sierra was a different company.
Fair enough.
Spielberg, yeah. I'm going to actually take us through the introduction because, first of all, it gives all of the credits. And also, I love the musical theme. It is actually one of my favorite musical themes in general. And I love some various iterations of it, but it is worth, a listen through. And then once it gets through the introduction, we're going to get the chance to make a new hero. So,
choose your character.
Shut.
Gesundheit.
So Ken Williams.
Hi, Star Trek.
I mean, it was around the same time, but... Lorianne Cole. And I believe it was the Coles, the two of them that were the primary writers. Game designers Lorianne and Corey Cole. Their sense of humor is very particular. They have... You'll see it in the writing. And in this game, they're a little bit more down to earth. Later games have an incredibly deeply sarcastic sense of humor.
Like Bone Dry?
No. No. At one point, if you go long enough without eating in the third game, a gigantic waffle spawned from your imagination rolls up to you and you eat it.
Huh.
That's an example. Or you can run into the Dream Anteater.
The who to the what now?
Don't worry about it. Anyway. So, you get a choice in the first game between 3 classes. Fighter, this is like the standard triad. Magic user, and thief.
And acrobat.
Now, I love fighter. I prefer magic user. Thief is fun, but it has its own challenges. Fighter is kind of like what you want to do if you want to go for like the easy mode. Thief is the hard mode. Magic user is in the middle there. I'm tempted by fighter because here's the thing. The other classes can't really do this. Maybe, I don't think. I think I can actually give him magic ability, but this is one of those. This was clearly inspired at least a little bit from D&D. So like back in that time, if you were to do something called cross-class, you have to pay some kind of penalty on the points distribution in order to do something along those lines. So I think for the fun of it, I'm actually just gonna play a magic user because that's my favorite type.
Yeah.
Yes, I would like to choose a different character type. Magic user looks like a dancer. I mean, just you wait.
He's about to dance the dance of death.
Yeah, if he enters the fairy ring anyway.
I mean, that's just it. It's a point-and-click adventure. Your death is inevitable and frequent.
So, and of course, there's literally something called the Sierra difficulty, something to that effect. I'm gonna name this guy Daniel, and let's see.
Daniel.
So, you want to boost certain things. Oh, yeah, that's right.
Why does it sound like an old grandfather clock when you change the stats?
Alright. Bump that a little bit. Oh, and let's see, how much does it cost? Yeah, it costs 15 points to buy 5 points in climbing.
I should have brought my glasses, because I read that very differently for a second.
So it costs you 15 points to unlock a new skill that you didn't have previously. Your vitality affects things, for example... Oops, what am I doing?
Good question. Next question.
So your ability to be strong.
Yes.
To your ability to run, effectively. Agility affects your ability to dodge things. And yeah, I'm gonna kick myself off with some strong magic.
Also, I love how the background music here is literally just like a key shifted version of Mars.
That's fine. So let's get started, shall we?
Let's. Look at this motherfucker straight out of a Bugs Bunny cartoon.
This seems like a quiet little town. On the porch ahead of you are 2 people. The standing one is large, rather ugly, and playing with a YOLO. Jesus Christ. You know what? I'm going to keep that. The seated person smoking a pipe looks like he might be the sheriff.
But why one knows, where's the caveman? Oh, wait, he's right there playing with the yo-yo.
No, he comes later. The man with a pipe greets you. Do you want to take this guy?
Sure. But for context, he just pointed to me as if to assume, like, oh, well, I might as well make use of him while he's here.
Well, it's about to... Go ahead.
Welcome to our town. You were lucky to have made it down from the mountains before the snow blocked the pass again. It's gotten pretty dangerous outside of town, I understand. Many monsters have been trapped around here with the late snow. Between them and the brigands, we certainly could use a hero around here. I am Sheriff Schultz Meisterson. Yes, I got that in one try. This is Otto von Goon, my assistant. Good luck in your quest.
So sometimes the dialogue will automatically go without my clicking. So I'll even say this is, every game takes place in a particular region that is like an analog for one in reality.
Yeah.
This one takes place in basically I think it's either German or Swiss analog. And they might be combining multiple cultures anyway. The second one, Shapir, takes place in a sort of Middle Eastern sort of culture. Third game takes place in Egyptian analog. Fourth game takes place in a sort of Eastern European sort of area. I mean, Transylvania, basically.
So it's basically a Mistress without alchemy. Got it.
And the fifth game takes place in Greece, basically.
Gotcha.
Do you want to grab your glasses, just to make reading easier?
Might be a good idea. Let me just go ahead and breaking the fourth wall. Ooh, Doppler effect. Ooh.
Sloth found himself a good gig after the Goonies disbanded. I mean, I think you're going to find that that's not as inaccurate a statement as you might think. So, this is one of those screens you can keep track of your score tally here. You can adjust things like the volume, the detail. I mean, there's no reason not to have the detail up. I'm going to bump the speed just a smidge, just so that walking around is a little bit easier. A lot of this is pretty standard interface stuff. So, then, one of the things about the point-and-click adventure, in this case, you have basically a little bit of a taskbar up at the top. You can choose between the walking, indicating where to move, looking icon. This is all stuff that you would type, like, look at things before. Now you just click this, and you can look around. What a guy! Schultz appears to be an affable old coot, content to smoke his pipe. There's a hardness behind his eyes, however, that gives you reason to believe he's no pushover.
I'm no pushover.
There's more than a hint of ogre about this strange and bulky character. He seems cheerful, though.
Racist.
Gosh, that's an authentic Wemma 3 scoops of mana, hilarious gregarious, floats in the airiest yo-yo. That's exactly the sort of humor this game has.
Great, we're playing the TikTok yo-yo man.
The sheriff's office doubles as a jail for the town and a hangout for the sheriff and the goon. So there are basically little hotspots around the screen that'll give you more information when you interact with it using the eye.
Also, what the fuck am I talking about? The yo-yo man was on Vine.
The ugly statue seems to be watching you. That blonde mustache dude looks and sounds like he could be voiced by Wallace Shawn. Honestly? So this is a game between RPG and point and click. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. God. Also, just to go on a brief tangent here, for those of you who have seen the Yo-Yo Man Vine, that's actually a folk singer called Tom Smothers. He and his brother Dick were the Smothers Brothers, who I was a major fan of growing up. Anyway, again, just tangent, want to get that there.
And so, for example, and I'll say this, they actually did a reasonable job of creating even like the static hotspots to look at in a way that's not obvious necessarily. The sign reads The Hero's Tale Inn. Now, I'll even say that the background for your character in this series is you just graduated from hero school, and you want to make a name for yourself by putting yourself out there into the world and being a gosh darn hero.
So what you're saying is he just finished his Hero Academia.
Yes, as a matter of fact. But of course, it wasn't like a training school that you did in person. No, he did it by correspondence. I think you find that out later.
So he was homeschooled, is what you're saying.
He was, in fact.
Oh my
Your
God.
guy is a very, what would be the word for it? He's very green in many ways. He's a little bit on the naive side. I don't want to say naive. I'm trying to think of exactly the right word for it. You can also switch between the various icons with a right click. So you can also put your hands on things. You do a quick equipment check. Everything seems to be in place.
You know, grabbing straight for his ass, I might say he's green horny, but...
As you lay your hands on the ugly statue, a swirling miasma of emotions overcomes you. You feel the sculptor's pain and suffering, his disgust with his condition, and the conflicting urges to destroy, to enjoy, and flee from his talent.
You wonder if there was anything in that water you just drank.
No, that's not it. The real reason for the disgust you feel has more to do with the pigeon droppings on your hands. You surreptitiously wipe them clean. So there's an example of the humor of the writers there.
Yeah.
You can't do much with that. So if you click on something that you can't actually interact with, it'll tell you.
There's a time and place for everything.
And also, so you can talk with people using this, and I might as well show this. Oh, he just bounced the yo-yo off of my head. Cool. But if you want to talk more with this guy, you can ask him many questions. So you can ask him a name again.
And I am Sheriff Schultz Meisterson, and this is Otto von Goon, my assistant. Which is to say, illegitimate love child.
Don't. Basically how boomers see weed smokers. All the good times when the fantasy RPGs from the 80s to the early 2000s have your character graduate from a phantomatic hero academy. Anyway, let's ask about Otto.
Otto is a big help to me. He's very smart for a goon. His prisoners only suffer a few broken bones when he grabs them. It took a bit of doing to teach him to bring prisoners back alive, but he hardly ever forgets now.
Cool. Prisoners?
It's simple. When someone breaks the law and we catch them, we hold them prisoner.
Okay. Something else? Tell us about this gorgeous town. Yeah, Otto's a real hugger. You don't want to know what happens when he hugs you.
This town was named after the barons of Spielberg. It used to be a lively place to be before the brigands came and drove all the business away. You can find a place to stay at the inn next door. You can learn about jobs available at the guild hall down the street. If you're interested in magic, you should visit the magic shop. There is still plenty to do and see here in Spielberg.
And he's not wrong. God help you if Otto finds you. When someone breaks the law, Otto breaks them.
Pick a god and pray.
So let's ask about the Baron.
I thought this said the bacon for a split second.
Baron Stefan keeps mostly to himself at his castle north of here. We haven't seen him here in town for years.
Alright, let's talk about the guild hall.
The guild hall is at the southwest corner of town. If you're looking for work, that's a good place to go.
So, this is the old school dialogue branches. You could even see where the branches go way back in the day. Nowadays, they're a lot more subtle about it, but let's ask about the inn.
Go talk to the innkeeper. He will help you there. Get your cursor out of my mouth.
Get your mouth out of my cursor.
Two great tastes.
Let's ask about magic.
Just next to the inn is a small magic shop. The owner, Zara, will let you in, if you have some abilities in that area. She's a strange one, all right.
Okay. Well, let's ask about adventure. That's what we came here for, after all.
Adventure time. Come on, grab your friends. You'll need to talk to the Baron about that. Or go ask Wolfgang down at the guild hall, which is just down the street.
Which I've already said. Yes. Got a break for dinner. All right, take care, Nicholas.
Have a good one.
Hopefully see you when you get back.
So maybe you're going to be a hero? Well, we could surely use one around here, what with all the brigands.
That automatically shifted, by the way.
So you want to be a hero?
That's literally the title of the game.
Who wants to be a martyr? I mean hero.
Okay. It's the same thing you've already read.
I was about to speak, goddammit you.
No. What about Wolfgang?
Wolfgang down at the guild hall is one to talk to about monsters. He's had a lot of experience with them.
We already talked about that. So what's going on with these brigands? You keep mentioning them.
There's a whole band of brigands hiding out somewhere in the mountains around us. They robbed a merchant just last week. Got a fair amount of treasure, I hear.
Was this about a merchant?
The one who was robbed? He's staying at the inn, I believe.
Alright, we already asked about that. So you said treasure, right? You said something about treasure?
Obtaining treasure involves putting yourself in danger. If you're brave, foolish, or lucky, you might get some treasure.
No, but I was specifically talking about the merchant that had treasure.
Bitch, did I stutter.
Alright. What's this danger you talk about?
Danger. Watch yourself.
My friend, this world's filled with dangers. Sometimes I think it might be better to choose your danger rather than sitting around waiting for it, as I seem to do. But enough of this philosophical rambling. I am content enough to be Sheriff of Spielberg. I'm in danger enough around Otto.
So that's just a moment to talk about. The danger is basically a good 90% of the internet. Well,
You're not wrong.
so monsters.
You leave Otto out of this. Monsters! Well, the monsters come down from the mountains every winter, but they're usually gone by now. The Baron just doesn't have enough men to handle them. Wolfgang is the one to talk to about monsters. He's had a lot of experience with them.
You'll
said that
notice
already.
I keep repeating things, but all right, enough already. Hey, Otto. Okay. Well, first thing I'm going to do, so you can talk with people that way, I cannot cast magic in town. Your spells don't seem to work here. There's actually something in the town that prevents us from using magic. That said, this is basically like a little thing that you can do to, like, you can choose between walking, running, and stealthing. You can choose to rest and sleep with this one. And you will need to rest in this game, otherwise you will get fatigue. You can also check your character sheet just to...
As you fucking dab on the screen.
These scores will actually increase depending on your the choices you make throughout the game.
Yeah.
So, these are good things to know. You can also check the time of day, midday on day 1. The actual day doesn't matter much, but the time of day can affect things like there are certain quests that can only happen at different points in the day.
Hey, what day of the week is it, John? Yes, it's day 1, I believe. Great. You're no help at all.
So a quick way to build vitality, as well as basically your stamina, is to run literally everywhere. All right, let's get... He just bonked us on the head with a yo-yo again.
Yeah. It's Mr. Steal Your Girl.
The eye over the magic shop door seems to be watching you. She's the only sane person here. At least she's not off her rocker. Psh. Daniel be like... Alright. Judging from what the sign says, the building at the end of the street is the Guild Hall.
Well, we've established one thing at least. You can read.
You enter.
Fucking...
This Adventurers Guild Hall reminds you of the one in your hometown. The traditional moose head and other stuffed monsters, Saurus, troll, griffin,
Leave me out of this.
dragon, cheetah, and the terrible Antwerp adorn the walls. You see a registration book on the table and the bulletin board full of job listings. The man seated near the window must be the guild master. He is snoring. Let's take a look at the registration. This entry was made several years ago. It says, Baronet Bernard von Spielberg killed a troll near the Flying Falls on this 23rd day of October.
Damn smart Schweather.
The other passages record the exploits of the great adventures of Spielberg's past. The names Wolfgang Abentur and Baron Stefan von Spielberg appear the most often.
Also, it's lousy smart Schweather. I'm gonna make the quote. I gotta do it right.
Right. The remaining pages are blank, awaiting further tales of adventure. Well, time to sign it. This is a tradition in every game. You sign your name into the adventurer's logbook with a flourish.
It is the middle of September.
This is certainly a weird one. You've never seen anything quite like it. The plaque reads, Antwerp, slain by 2 guys from Andromeda. That's, by the way, another... that's a reference to another couple of developers. They are the ones behind the Space Quest series, also developed by Sierra.
See, I hate to make this comparison, but it looks like the fucking assassin from Rick and Morty. I love killing.
The head is like a panther's, but with strong human-like quality. It is still rather frightening. The plaque reads, Cheetah, slain by Wolfgang Abentur.
Oh god, it's Panther.
Even in death, this monster remains awesome. The plaque reads, Dragon, slain by Baron Stefan von Spielberg.
Damn right.
This looks like it must have been a particularly nasty troll. You wouldn't want to meet him in a dark forest. The plaque reads, Trolls slain by Wolfgang Amantur.
Problem, officer?
This crossbreed of eagle and lion could have torn a man apart when it was alive. The griffin reads, Griffin slain by Wolfgang Abentur. Anyway, the traditional moose head. The plaque under the moose reads, says, courtesy of the Sierra Online Prop Department. You never saw a Purposaurus before you came to Spielberg, but it looks like a really stupid monster.
That's a fucking Barney reference if I ever saw one.
The plaque reads, Saurus slain by Hans Hofwitten. Same people in an RPG? Impossible. Anyway, so this is the Help Wanted board, and these are your quests that kind of piece together what exactly is going on.
And luckily for us, they're all illegible.
Reward for return of lost ring. Inquire at the healers. This poster is rather dusty and faded. The picture is of a small child with braids. Reward of 50 gold coins for the safe return of Elsa von Spielberg. Inquire at Spielberg Castle Gates. Reward of 30 gold coins for the capture or death of the brigand warlock. Description: short, ugly, and wears brightly colored robes. Has a habit of laughing continually. Inquire at Spielberg Castle Gates. Wanted, brigand leader. Description: unknown appearance, wears a cloak, must provide proof of leader's identity. Reward of 60 gold coins and title of Hero of the Realm. Inquire at Spielberg Castle Gates. Notice, spell components needed. Cash or trade for potions. Inquire at the healers. This poster seems to have been here for a while. It has a picture of a handsome but arrogant young man. Reward of 50 gold coins for information leading to the return of Bernard Barnard von Spielberg. Inquire at Spielberg Castle Gates. So those are all quests in this game that you're going to have to tackle. Looks like this old guildmaster doesn't do much adventuring anymore. Still, he looks like he was plenty tough in his day and probably has many a tale to tell. The guildmaster appears to be hard of hearing. Perhaps you should get closer. Alright, let's do that. Apparently I have to go around the table this way to do that. How much closer do I need to get? How much closer do I need to get?
Jesus fucking Christ, his sclera are completely blood red.
I was so busy I didn't notice you come in. Welcome, welcome. It is so seldom that we have new adventurers here. Most people think this valley is cursed.
Okay. You want to fight with Spielberg? Get a Disney?
I am Wolfgang Adventurer.
Abentur.
That too. The guildmaster of this all.
What's a guildmaster? What's a paladin? Something that only gets introduced in the next game, actually.
Why, yes, I do smoke 20 camels a day. Why do you ask? I am supposed to keep track of all the adventurers and make sure they sign their names in the log. There was a time when I could go out and rescue foolhardy adventurers who got into too much trouble. But I don't get out much now. Sedge.
So, Guildhall?
You're standing in it, numbnuts. This is where an adventurer can find out who needs someone brave and courageous. There are many jobs on the bulletin board over there. It is also a good place to talk about adventures on a cold afternoon. We used to play cards here once a week as well, but there are too few adventurers in Spielberg anymore. They all died from monsters or brigands, and they just got too old.
Okay.
I ever tell you about the time when Schultz and I rid this valley of Antwerps? Ja. Oh,
Yeah.
I'm German.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, we were real adventurers then, and this was a real Guildhall.
Now, we are just old men, and this is just a place to tell old stories.
Man.
That sobered me up fucking fast. Over on the wall over there is where the jobs are posted for adventurers. Some have been there for a long time now. There's aren't too many good adventurers around here lately.
Reward!
You need to talk to either the Baron or the healer about that.
Mwah.
Sedge.
Okay, what's a healer?
Her house is just north of the town gate. She's a nice woman. If you can call her that.
Hey!
The castle is just north of the healer's house.
Alright.
Something else? What do I look like? A fucking Rolodex? Schultz and I killed most of the monsters on those walls.
I don't really want to ask about these.
You can see some of the types of monsters on that live around here if you look at our walls. There are trolls, griffins, spelled differently there for some reason than before, cheetahs, mantrays, and goblins wandering in the woods. I hear there are even some ogres and Saurus Rexes back in this valley. There was a time when Schultz and I had gotten rid of most of the monsters around here, but we are just too old for that now.
The healer? You mean the medic?
I am the Ubermensch!
I am not going to actually read through these. I'm going to click them for the points that they give us to ask about it.
That's right.
Trolls.
I just noticed the friggin' out of 500 thing in the corner.
Those weird things are magical. They are best avoided. What a coincidence. That's the...
This thing is out of the fucking Spielberg movie.
So, what's this about a curse?
What a terrible night for a curse. Even though it's still broad daylight. Ja, with the Baron losing his sons and daughter, Baba Yaga, all the monsters, and now the brigands, it has just been one thing after another. Why did I go French?
I don't know. Alright, who the fuck is Baron?
Ja, Baron von Spielberg was once a brave Sorry, I choked on my accent. Protector of our valley. We used to adventure together when I was younger. No brigand or monster would dare show his face here as the Baron, and stop cracking up over there. I can see you. Does this look like a face to be trifled with, woman? If the Baron was not angered by Baba Yaga. God damn, that's a mouthful. So is my mustache. Hey! I was reading!
I didn't do anything! It did that by default. I can click it again.
Likely excuse. Now it is said he goes nowhere and sees no one. Kinda like me, I'm legally blind.
So what's a Baron's son?
Well, you see, when a Baron and a Baroness love each other very much.
I can't believe Wolfgang is fucking dead just by talking.
Now, there was a hero.
There was a hero.
Worthy of the name Bernard von Spielberg. He rode off to hunt one morning 5 years ago, and his horse returned with large claw marks on it. No sign of Bernard's body. I nearly read that as booty.
His booty was also never found.
Yeah, the clap of his ass cheeks, you see, alerted the dragon.
That dude looks like he's seen some shit.
He's not seeing any shit anymore.
Baron's daughter.
Elsa was a beautiful 8-year-old child with blonde hair and sky blue eyes and a passion for Disney movies. She was her father, the Baron's joy. 10 years ago, she was carried off by something which flew over the wall and away with her. Da 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 da. The search for her lasted many years, but at last everyone gave up, except the Baron's jester, Yorick.
Whomst?
Funny is that he had a fascination with the little girl to that extent. Anyway, Yorick was a funny little man, but brave. He swore he would spend his life searching for the Baron's Elsa.
Okay. What's a Baba Yaga?
That's my grandmother. She is the center of our problems, I think. Baba Yaga is a powerful ogre. Baron von Spielberg tried to force her to leave this valley, but she cursed him.
I was about to say that description and name matches perfectly with Disney's Elsa.
Yeah. Now, the Baron has lost everything but his land, and I don't know how long we will keep that. What our valley needs is a hero.
What's a hero?
What's a paladin? Get the fuck out of my face. A real hero is someone who didn't start out strong or powerful, but uses his, yes, I'm using the gender binary, fuck you, their courage and brains and skills to become the best they can be.
It cleared just as I clicked, so I tried to talk to the table.
You get no response. You get nothing. Good day, sir.
Is there something about brigands?
This is why I don't do accent acting. There is a reward for anyone who can stop the brigands by capturing or killing the leaders of the brigands. You should read the bulletin board for more information. Because God knows I can't read anymore.
Alright, let's see, is there anything else?
Spielberg Town, oh, fuck you, I guess.
This is just to give us a general... I want to cut down on how much you have to read. This is the only time we're going to have to deal with him.
Yeah, make any excuse you want, completionist. The mountain surrounding this valley is very high. Snow covers the tops all year round. The only way out of Spielberg Valley is through the pass, though I hear that it is blocked by snow again.
Right behind us, actually. What's the forest?
The forests are full of monsters and strange creatures. I'm French now, haha, fuck you. There are some nice waterfalls to the southeast of town. Maya should go there. They fill the Mirror Lake, which is lovely, but ice cold all year round.
What's waterfalls, precious?
There are some nice waterfalls that you should not go chasing. Just to stick to the rivers and the streams that you're used to.
So many.
Everything happens so much. I don't know much about magic, but the woman who runs this place scares me.
Dry goods?
Casper at the store would like to be an adventurer, or so he says. He spends too much time dreaming, and not enough doing, I think. I mean, he's a fucking ghost, so that should say something. I've never liked that place.
The tavern.
Yeah. The bartender smiles all the time, but he is not very friendly. Crusher lives up to his name. He's a nasty, even for a goon. Apparently goons are a race in this game.
Yes.
Are they actually?
Yes. What is a hero? A miserable little pile of secrets.
You know, it's times like these I'm reminded that humans are racist as fuck in these games.
Goon?
Goon is a lot like an ogre. Not as tough, but a little smarter. The Sheriff's Otto and Crusher at the tavern are both goons.
Bakery.
I think the bakery is almost always closed now. The baker tries to stay away from his wife.
Humans. They are the worst.
They really are.
Says Phoenix in the chat.
They really fucking are, Phoenix.
Butcher.
I don't think the butcher shop is open much anymore either.
Alright, Farmer's Mart?
You didn't mention the candlestick maker. The butcher mart is run by the centaurs, Heinrich something and his daughter Hilde.
Fair de Ferden.
Gesundheit.
Fair de Ferden.
What do I look like, the fucking Swedish chef?
What's a centaur?
Your mom. There are not... I'm loving your reactions to this, by the way. There are not too many centaurs in this land. Heinrich and Hilda are good people. They're the good ones, you see.
Listen, we've already established everyone here is racist. Why not go all the way?
So let's talk about the sheriff.
Schultz Meisterson and I have been friends for a long time. He too is racist and was once a real adventurer. Now he is just the sheriff of this town.
So a racist became a cop? What a surprise.
Uh-huh.
Alright. I'm gonna save. A booyah. Alright, bye. Instantly sleep again.
Oh, now he can get around that side of the table.
Instantly asleep again.
I mean, I guess you know something about magic, considering you know about that magic fucking pixel there.
Mid-afternoon on day 1. Well, let's
This
see.
afternoon is fairly mid. Alright, who fell asleep on the keyboard?
Looks like a sculpture of some weird bat-winged creature. The strange globe radiates with an eerie light. It's a blue bottle flies. The burning incense fills the room with a strange, fiery scent, probably dragon's blood. You see a wide variety of arcane objects, for example, scrolls covered with mysterious symbols and arcane incantations. A toaster oven. Very rarely used. Electricity hasn't been invented yet.
God, Koshi would be soaking wet from this room.
You see a wide variety of arcane objects, crystal balls, useful only to those initiated into the ways of witches. Bottles of mephitic potions. An ancient balance scale. Zara thinks it will help her maintain a sense of balance. How do we know this? Books dealing with sorcery, necromancy, and other occult subjects. Dried mantray jerky.
Crikey.
There are a few Dead Sea Scrolls, a couple of Red Sea Scrolls, a C++ scroll written in assembly language,
God
and others even more esoteric.
Did they really pull out a fucking C++ reference?
Yes, they did.
God damn it. For the uninitiated, C++ is a coding language.
I think they know. The coals are glowing. It's not familiar enough with you to want to chat. It's a familiar, by the way. Swah.
Fucking shit.
I am Zara, and my companion is Damiano. The items in this shop are designed for those skilled in the use of magic. Zara has a mysterious, unearthly look to her. You have the feeling she is not a person to trifle with.
Of course, she's ginger.
She's part fae, actually. Whomst? I am both human and fairy folk. I draw my power from both. My name is Zara. This is my shop.
You mentioned that.
What's a fairy? We are a people of power and magic, and live in the forests far beyond the mountains to the west. Power is the essence of magic, that which the wizard shapes and is shaped by. Okay. So where's this fucking bat thing? Damiano is both my familiar and my friend. We share our lives and our magic.
He's a big fan of Domino's Pizza.
Apparently those skilled in magic also get giraffe necks. Listen. A familiar is
Don't
a
go for
creature-
the jugular.
There's so much of it.
I know!
Is a creature of magical abilities which have been summoned to serve the wizard. The summoning of a familiar is a most powerful spell, and can be cast but once. It binds the wizard and the familiar to the ends of their lives. The more powerful the wizard, the more powerful the familiar, though you cannot always judge power by a familiar's shape. So, what you doing in Spielberg? There is much magic in this world for those who know how to use it. There is magic in this little town and a good deal of magic in this valley.
Have you heard there's a new girl here in Spielberg?
You just only told me where you live. I asked what a fae was. There is an aura protecting this town from danger. Within most of its walls, there can be no act of violence or cruel magic. Even so, it is prudent to avoid dark places. She's not lying, by the way.
The many will suffer for the sins of the few.
An aura is a spell of protection surrounding something. The town is still protected by the aura cast by the great spellcaster Irana. Irana? Irana was a powerful spellcaster who lived long ago. She brought peace to this valley. Even now, her spell protects this town from violence or foul magic. Her final resting place is due north of town, and it is a place of both safety and healing. It is known as Irana's Peace.
It is known, Khaleesi.
I'm gonna take a quick sec, by the way.
Hey.
See, I have something that is designed to protect my throat from irritation now. Because I was having a problem with that I had continued to have a problem with it. Anyway.
There's a little spritz.
Ah.
Good shit.
Singer's Saving Grace, it's called. It's so bad. It burns so good.
Goes down smooth.
Shut it. There is much power in this valley and attracts those who use magic. I am here. Erasmus has his house on Zauberberg, and even Baba Yaga has her hut cooped up somewhere around here. Interesting pun. What's an Erasmus? Erasmus is a wizard and a spellcaster who knows much about this area. He lives in a tower northeast of town in the top of a steep mountain called Zauberberg. He can be very helpful if approached properly, but he has a strange sense of humor. And Baba Yaga is actually based on a real legend. She is a powerful and wicked hag. You would be wise to avoid her. She cursed the Baron von Spielberg when he tried to drive her away. Curse? This is Baba Yaga's curse cast upon the Baron years ago. Upon von Spielberg and all his clan, this curse I now demand. What I will shall come full measure, and so shall ye lose all that ye treasure. There is always a way to break a curse. Possibly Erasmus knows more about this. Erasmus makes a point of studying the effects of magic upon mortals. There is little about magic in this area that Erasmus does not know.
Jesus, just fucking... Because I knew I'd heard the name Erasmus somewhere, and I think it's the fucking wizard from that one Halloween TF2 event.
Possibly? Not to be confused with Merasmus, Jane Doe's roommate. Anyway. Baba Yaga's hut is magical. It stands on chicken legs, and you must know the rhyme to enter. What's the rhyme? I have no interest in entering Baba Yaga's hut, and therefore I do not know the rhyme. Okay, alright. The fuck you know about the Baron? He was once a great leader of this land until he was foolish enough to anchor Baba Yaga. Cool.
Also, you're right, it was Merasmus. Thank you for correcting me, Nick. Jane Doe is the soldier from TF2.
I see. So, magic shop? What I sell here are merely tools to help those who have power. You may purchase restorative potions and scrolls from which you may learn spells, if you have the potential. Potential? A true magic user has the innate affinity for magic. There is also the ability to store power, which ordinary mortals do not have.
Listen, we're gonna get all over into the subject of potential when we get to Digimon Kazuna.
We sell several magical spells on study scrolls. You may purchase Fire Dart for 60 silver, Fetch for 40 silver, or the Open spell for 30 silver. I also know that you can find a spell if you learn the secret of Arana's Peace.
Piece of what?
Piece of shit.
Arana's Peace.
She's a healer, but that is the spell. That is the spell that lets you cast a magical flame upon your enemy. The spell scroll will cost you 60 silver. Fetch? The Fetch spell allows you to lift or lower a lightweight object from a distance. The spell scroll will cost you 40 silvers.
Fetch? What did you just fucking tell me to do? Look, I may be a bitch, but not that kind.
It is a spell that allows you at first to unfasten simple locks and knots. As you gain in skill, you can even open doors with it. The spell scroll will cost you 30 silver. Zap. That is the spell that lets you place magical energy upon a weapon. The energy will be released as magical damage when you hit your enemy. Scrolls. The scrolls we sell are magical. You have but to read the spell and you will learn it. What's Enirana's peace? To the north of town, surrounded by the mountains, is an alpine valley that is rumored to be the final resting place for Irana, although no one is certain what happened to her. We actually learn her fate in the 4th game of the series. It is certainly a magical place of safety. There is also supposed to be a gift there for magic users who are clever enough to find it. Who's Irana? Alright, we already said that. Okay. What potions? We have potions of healing, vigor, and power for purchase from our shop. Power potion restores your magical energy. Okay. Initiation? When you have mastered 9 spells, have the power to cast all, and proven yourself worthy by accomplishing a great deed, then you must undergo initiation to become a full wizard. There is a place in the distant south where you must journey, but first you must become a hero here.
What if I don't wanna?
Wizard. A wizard is one... Blah. I don't care. Journey. There are many entrances to the halls of magical mastery in the south. After you have gained skill and a good reputation in magic, you should journey south.
It's also my favorite band.
If you indeed worthy of being a wizard, you will find a way to those halls. Master the arts arcane, use those skills to vanquish the evil curse, and you will become a true hero. Alright. Anyway. How much money do I have? 4 gold pieces and 10 silver pieces,
That
so
tracks.
not a lot yet. Anyway, bye.
Fucking extra.
Let's explore the rest of town. Good day, and welcome to Spielberg. Would you like to buy some of my nice fresh fruits or vegetables?
Insert melon joke here.
Alright, so I'm probably gonna fuck up this accent, but I may as well give it a chance.
You can't do worse than me.
I am Hilde, daughter of Heinrich Fairdeferden, the farmer, the harmer.
That too!
What's a farmer? My father is a fine farmer.
He's just fine.
My father is Heinrich Fairdeferden.
Try saying that 5 times fast.
No. We have some land to the north of town. It isn't very big, but we grow many things. You should be here during harvest time. Then you would see many fruits and vegetables. If I do a French accent by mistake, just know it's because I'm an American.
Because I started it.
My mother has been dead for 3 years now. I still miss her.
She's in this trough!
Do you want to go on a date? Thank you, but my father thinks I am too young. He would not permit it, but perhaps next year.
Perhaps next year he will finally fucking die. So about those brigands.
They have twice robbed my father of his money, and they have tried to steal our food during this winter. It is because we have farm outside of town. The brigands would not dare try that in town. The sheriff would stop them fast.
By doing what?
Many robbers ran up to father as he trotted back to town. My father tried to fight, but they hurt him badly. They then ran away to the southwest. See, I would do a more appropriate voice for her and make her sound younger, but I'm also trying to do an accent, and my brain will short-circuit if I try to do both at once right now.
Understandable, have a nice day.
Alright, enough of this.
Enough of you. You're white.
This looks like a dry goods store, but smells like a musty library. The stove feels nice on such a crisp day. Behind the counter and on the shelves there are a variety of items for sale. The shopkeeper appears to ignore you while he reads a book.
Do books count as dry goods?
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't notice you coming in.
No, please, do it.
You look like an adventurer. We don't see too many around here. The brigands trying to get rid of most adventurers before they make it to town.
What's this vaudevillian accent?
I do try to stock some things adventurers can use. I actually would rather be an adventurer than a shopkeeper, you see.
Andy!
My items are pretty ordinary, though. You probably already have most of them if you've done any adventuring at all.
We're selling dry goods, Andy! Fucking, why am I doing a goddamn Don Knotts reference on Twitch? No one's gonna get it.
So you can take your money pouch and throw it at a merchant and you can buy things. In this case...
Shut up and take my money.
Buy nothing. Alright. Personally, I don't find any problem switching between different European accents. The setting looks like Switzerland since they have talked about the Alpine Valley and have all different German names.
It really is just a big old mishmash of European influences, so that's fair.
This scrubby place must be an alley. It feels strange here, colder than the rest of town. There are some barrels discarded here. A beggar holds out a bowl towards you.
Oh, wait, I think I do remember this.
Alms? Alms for the poor?
I have some palms, but maybe not so much alms.
A thin man with very patched clothing holds out an empty bowl. It is a standard beggar bowl every beggar is issued when he graduates from an accredited beggar school.
I believe you're going to want to save here.
No, it's daytime, so it's fine. Thanks. You know, it really is tough trying to make a living begging in this town since the brigands started scaring all the trade away. This used to be such a nice place to live. My advice to you is to not take up begging. It just doesn't pay. And don't go out at night.
Just want to remember this guy jumping you.
Nope.
Okay.
What about night? I remember when people used to stroll around town after dark. There's a spell on Spielberg so that it'll close at night. Now, the only people out late are the thieves. And out-of-town men. You don't dare be out there without a light when the sun goes down. The night gaunts will get you. Spell? I've heard talk about some kind of magic that keeps things peaceful around here. Folks just don't feel like fighting it down, except maybe Crusher. Kind of wonder about this alley at times, though. Feels funny. Sort of like the spell missed it. It's dark at night, too. What does he know about the brigands? Rumor has it someone smart took them over. Organized them, trained them. That sort of thing, maybe. Nowadays, no one's safe outside of town. Up to that time, the brigands were just pains, dumb guys who sometimes tried to beat up traders outside of town. They sure hurt business. No one's getting rich but them. Anyway, a word of warning to you. Don't drink the dragon's breath. He's not kidding.
I believe him. On that point, anyway. Oh, God, yeah.
The grimy window lets little light into this tavern. It smells like stale ale and other more unpleasant things. The floor is covered with dirt, and the bar with sticky beer.
Yeah, this is coming back to me now. I think I remember you showing this to me at one point.
Hey, kids, want to sell meth legally? Just go into a parallel universe where magic exists and pay it off as a potion.
We gotta cook.
You pick up the note. You smooth out the piece of paper and read. B. He started to get suspicious. Hold off on our meetings for a bit, but I'll keep you posted by these notes. B.
So B and B.
You put back the note. Better if they aren't suspicious about my having taken a note.
Mm-hmm.
So I've got 21 points out of 500. So let's check out this inn.
Welcome, traveler, to the Hero's Tale Inn.
I am Shamin at your service. May you find what you seek here. Very good food, very good drink, finest in town. Sit, rest. You will be served by my Shema.
Shima.
That too.
What's a Shima?
Shima is my beloved, and she can cook and keep, as in blah, 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 blah. Sorry, hairball.
Stop killing the characters!
No, it's a point-and-click adventure. They'll die anyway. When she dances, there is true magic. If we ever return to Shapir, or however the fuck that's pronounced, say...
No, you got it in the first go.
Well, I was about to continue, but then you clicked off.
My hand wasn't even on the mouse. I am literally not clicking that when it happens. They're on a timer.
I guess so.
What's a kata?
You're looking at one, asshole. We are a race of desert dwellers and wanderers of the endless sands. Also racist caricatures. A land of golden sand and tall mountains. A city of tall buildings and winding streets.
He's not lying.
Wait, don't we actually meet this dude in a later game?
Yes.
Yeah. A place where kata can bask in the sun as they sell things in the bazaar. Yeah, I distinctly remember you showing me that. It is our homeland and a place we long to be.
You're actually thinking of Tarna, which is the third game. I never showed you the second game.
Gotcha.
The second game is where he's a lot more prominent. We do meet like a nephew of theirs or something like that.
Gotcha.
Anyway, but yeah, so...
Give us a kiss, precious.
And you can only walk in here, by the way.
Also, I love how I turned this guy into Men Talk, the Mind Taker.
That's fine. Also, the first time you actually leave the town, you get a little musical sting.
Yes.
The breeze is cool, but you feel a shiver deeper than just the cold. You really are on your own now in a very dangerous place. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do.
Oh, lordy going.
The bright smell of fresh herbs mingles with the aroma of wood smoke as you come up to a hut by the right side of the road. The flying creature looks like a small flying lizard than a bird. You politely knock on the door.
Without using your hands.
After a moment, you hear the inside bolt slide open. A voice from inside says, "Come on in." The fragrances of herbs mingle with some rather unpleasant odors as you step into the healer's house. Lovely day, isn't it? My, you look very healthy for an adventurer.
Goosebumps looking ass.
You must be new.
She's practically holding a flashlight underneath.
What can I do for you? I can sell you healing potions if you like.
Seriously, what is with that shading?
I also can buy spell components if you are interested in gathering some for me. Don't mind me, I always have so much to do around here.
Jesus fuck. What was with that portrait?
You see a winged lizard, much like the one you saw outside. Makes it easier for her to tell scary stories in the dark.
I was gonna say, are you afraid of the dark?
So,
You should be.
well, my name is Amelia Appleberry, but mostly I am just known as the healer. I will be happy to sell you some potions. I live here with my pet, Terry.
What are you, a fucking Time Lord?
The fuck is a pet? Oh, that's my pet, Terry. A pterosaur. He has a girlfriend, Teresa, with a nest in the oak outside my door. Terry keeps me company and listens while I chatter as I work.
Someone's a fan of the Land Before Time.
What the fuck is a pterosaur? They are a species of flying lizard. I understand they can grow quite large in the south.
Also, I think it was Petrie I'm thinking of.
Yes.
I should watch that movie again.
The peat nest. Or the nest. The nest. The T-nest?
It's Pete Ness. It all comes back to the friend lock.
What about a ring? My ring is shaped in gold like a braid of the herb athelis with entwined leaves. I don't know how I lost it. I hardly ever take it off.
You should write menus with those descriptors.
What's a reward? I will give 6 golds to the person who returns my ring. It was a gift when I graduated from the College of Healing.
Everyone's got a college.
Yes. Which is good. Well, mostly.
I mean...
What kind of potions you got? I make and sell healing potion, just the one, power potion, vigor potion, and undead unguent.
No wonder everyone's fucking poor. They all got student debt.
What's an undead? Undead, I have no idea how this is actually pronounced, unguent, is used to drive off the minor undead such as zombies or floating spirits. It doesn't last long, so you should use it near where you're going to encounter such things. Hint, hint. What's a zombie? There are not too many zombies in this land. Too damp, I suppose. There are some floating spirits, I have heard.
As opposed to those zombies who prefer dry, arid areas?
The floating spirits are the ghosts which usually hang around graveyards at night. They are dangerous, so don't go near them unless you have undead unguent first.
You know what you call dry zombies? Mummies. Am I wrong?
Healing potion. Magic. I have the skill to use my magic to create potions. I am a bit proud about it. Not everyone can do that, you know. Spell components. I do want to know that. I always need ingredients for making potions. Right now I need some of Irana's flowers, magic mushrooms, troll beard, and let me think. Oh, yes, cheetah claws. I will be happy to pay you if you bring me some. I'll also buy back any empty flasks you have so I can recycle them. Waste not, want not, after all.
Quite the list of fetishes she has. Troll beards, cheetah claws.
Cheetah! Anyway, the trolls around here are tough monsters that cannot stand the light of day and so are found only at night or in caves. They are very difficult to kill, but I will pay 2 healing potions for the beard of a troll. I use flowers from Arana's Peace to the north in nearly all of my potions. They have some of the magic of the place even when they are dried. I will pay you 5 silvers for a flask full of flowers. Okay. Cheetah's claws. Looks like a cross between a panther and a man. It is vicious and tough. Unless you are a very tough fighter, you had best try to get away from it. If you do manage to kill it, then I shall pay you 5 silvers for each claw.
This is some of the, biggest, most blatant anti-furry sentiment I've ever seen in a video game.
Mandrake root is used in a variety of spells, mostly for evil purposes. Mandrake must be pulled from a dead man's grave at midnight. The root is particularly powerful.
Why a dead man's?
Yes. Don't worry about it. Alright. Oh, by the way, if you happen to find a ring on your adventures, I lost my favorite gold ring. I already described it for you. I will give a reward to the one who returns it.
You have to pay me to come back. Jesus fucking Christ, that portrait was unnecessarily creepy.
Stop being mean. Oh, you are so exhausted that everything you do hurts. Sunset approaches. Death approaches!
I mean... Let's ask this guy about European and African swallows. Oh my god!
My name is Carl. This is the castle of Baron Stefan von Spielberg. The stable keeper should use a strong young person to keep clean after the stables. It does not pay much, but it is good, honest work. If you would...
I'm turning this guy into fucking Nigel Thornberry.
If you would like... Cleaning up after the horses is such a good way to build up your muscles. My lord sees no one since the loss of his son and daughter. 10 years ago, the bet.
It's not necessary.
Fine. Fuck my character development.
He gets none.
My character is that I'm ugly.
Oh, now you wait for me to fucking read. I see how it is.
I fought in your general... Okay.
Your mother was a hamster. And your father smelt of elderberries.
Oh. I was just realizing it's getting close to nighttime,
We've
so...
gotten a lot done today. Ah, God. Oh, this fucker.
Oh, my God. I am Heinrich Ferdinand. I live in the town with my daughter Hilda, who sells her produce on Market Street.
Anyway, that's enough.
It's more than enough, dear God.
You're so mean. Okay,
They're
take that
so
back.
scary.
This guy looks like a human cigarette.
You're not wrong. Oh God, I remember this. This is where you can get caught in a fucking loop in the forest, isn't it?
Nope. And we have found Arana's piece. With one of my favorite tunes, by the way. The meadow lies covered with a blanket of flowers, unusual for this early in the spring. It is warm, even though surrounded by the late snows of winter. A large carved stone lies flat on the ground. You feel as though someone gentle was watching over you. You feel that you are safe here. The air has the fresh, clean scent of the mountains, accompanied by numerous perfume-like fragrances.
Don't forget the bejazzled strawberries. This feels like something Danny Sexbang would do a cover of.
Or me.
Either way, it would be good.
I'm working on one, actually.
Oh, yeah.
What a productive day. I've talked to everyone that's absolutely insane.
Which is to say, everyone in this game.
All kinds of colorful and fragrant flowers and grasses cover the meadow.
You can learn a lot from the flowers.
As you pick a variety of sweet-smelling flowers, they seem to glow in your hands. You put them away safely. You have all the flowers you need? Do I, though? Each stone appears to be ancient and deliberately placed. Marks carved into the stone almost look like writing.
Man, way to shit talk this dead person's handwriting.
What time is it? Sunset approaches.
It's the day of the festival.
Let's see. So my vitality has gone up. Stamina is pretty fucking low there. I don't know if you've seen that. I have got 3 experience. My mana has gone up, the stamina, the health has actually improved. So anything in red has actually been something that has improved over time. Not gonna lie, I actually like that description accompanied by the tune and the nice looking background.
Oh, yeah.
Makes all of this scene very peaceful.
It's
Absolutely
pretty as fuck.
agreed. And that theme is so fucking gorgeous. Da, 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 da.
I mean, here's the thing. Regardless of my opinion on point-and-click adventure games, the music is always on point.
Da, 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 da. I think it's in a minor key, interestingly enough.
It might be. It did seem a little melancholy.
So maybe it shifts into a major key.
It might have a couple points.
Yeah, I was just like noticing.
Yeah.
Anyway. So it's one of the few places that you can actually sleep safely.
So why didn't we?
Because it's not time for that. Oh, fuck!
Are you sure? Are you absolutely certain? Yeah, go back to Pantherk. I'm sure he'll be happy to see you.
Alright. Well, I wanted to go back to try and sleep at Arana's piece, but...
You had your chance. You took too long. Now your piece is gone. That's what happened.
Why? Why one of the most powerful?
Even the walking cigarette is like, fuck this shit, I'm out. Oh, that's fucking good. Good job, hero.
My climbing is improving.
Oh, God.
Oh, there we go.
God, that was fucking amazing.
Let me in, let me in! The merchant is a rather fat man with a small mustache and a beard. He wears a turban.
Because of course he is.
You take a seat at the table nearest the fire.
Thought you could get away from the Pantherks, huh? You thought wrong, my good bitch.
I'm not even gonna try to do
It
an
is
accent
even
with this.
it is indeed sad and dangerous times we live in when a man who struggles daily to keep from starving should be robbed of all his earthly possessions.
I'm playing the world's smallest violin. Look at my hot wife.
That's literally what this is. I am Shima. Allow me to serve you, wanderer from afar. Do you wish food or drink? Alright. Yeah, I'll pay you for some food. Gonna buy myself a meal. You pay Shima for a meal.
I love how the fucking dude's like, yeah, you serve them that meal. God. So, how about the local sports team?
I bring you that which you ordered. May it please and satisfy you.
This is kibble.
The food looks unusual, but smells surprisingly good. The food tastes surprisingly good, and the drink is delicious.
What the fuck did you just say about my cooking?
Permit me to clear the table for you.
I wasn't done. Oh, well, I guess that's gone now.
Fresh from the tuna can.
Yeah, exactly. I didn't mean jack shit.
Go ahead and take this guy.
I am Abdullah Du. God, the fucking whatever. Son of Ali, grandson of Hansen.
Hassan,
that too. And former master merchant of Shapir. Now I am but a penniless burden upon my friends. 2 weeks ago, I was going to be wealthy beyond what you could dream of. I, Abdullah Du, God fucking, I hate that, would be the first merchant into this valley this year. But my life was shattered by brigands. I'm a fucking ghost. Plot twist. The band of brigands ambushed us just as we crossed the pass into the valley. There were about 12 brigands, including a huge minotaur. There was also a leader and some sort of wizard. They first used some sort of magic which blinded us. Then they overwhelmed my 6 guards and my assistants.
What happened to your hat?
Listen, it's the price I fucking pay. Let's just chalk it up to moths, shall we? All my trade goods taken from before me. I am now but a beggar, living off the generosity of my friends. It's a good thing they're fucking cats. They give 2 shits. The wizard threw something at us that caused my eyes to be blinded with that's tear gas, dude. And my nose to be forced to sneeze. I was helpless.
Yeah, interesting you mentioned that.
The Minotaur is a creature with the head of a bull and the body of a man. I had weird emphases during that sentence. They are said to be very strong. I wouldn't know. I've never seen one. The leader was wearing a cloak, so I couldn't see his face. Yes, I'm going to assume it was a he, because only men are valid heroes and villains in the series. His voice was rather high-pitched, though. Uh-huh. The wizard was very short, and he giggled most of the time. I couldn't understand what he was saying. Because apparently I had tear gas in my ears, too. Here I pay good money, when I have it, which I don't, for men to protect me. And what do when I need protection? They run away, in response to tear gas, which is what I would have done if I didn't have guards. Not one man died to defend my treasure. You just can't hire good guards anymore.
Okay. What's this about? Well, okay, this game is just D&D Player's Handbook, isn't it?
I mean, that's just it.
A little bit.
I had treasures carefully brought from Shapir with me. I even had a magic carpet with me. I don't know why I didn't fucking use it. I just had to have a reason. Listen, if you don't spend 2,000 gold this year, you won't be able to get the budget for the 2,000 gold next year. That's just how it works.
Gosh, the description of that wizard is exactly the same NPC I've encountered in the Final Fantasy like RPG campaign I'm in.
Jesus fuck.
I mean, once again, I feel like point-and-click adventure games are definitely an entry point for anyone who's interested in tabletop RPGs.
Mm-hmm.
Even though they too lost a fortune when the brigands stole from me, Shamin and Shima are caring for this frail shadow of a great man. And it has absolutely nothing to do with the fact that I had some catnip in my hat. I had the treasures of one land for that of another. Or trade. Listen, the tear gas is still taking effect. But the brigands have stolen every treasure I had, and I am a merchant no more. You... Holy shit! Oh, I'm fucking lightheaded. One moment. Holy shit!
What?
Why? Holy shit! Hold on.
What happened?
I don't know, but I need a second.
What the fuck happened?
Holy shit! Holy. Okay. I legit felt like I was about to pass out there for a second. What the fuck?
What?
I don't know.
What?
I legitimately don't have an answer for you.
Moving on. Holy shit.
Did you just break your hand 3 times?
Yes. Well, he's just cracking the...
Yeah, just
Fingers.
fucking like...
Buy nothing.
Quit poking my belly button. Only the trader gets to do that while my husband watches.
I'm gonna buy Abdullah a meal. He could use it. Did I kill you guys? You okay?
No, I have no idea what fucking killed me, Nick.
Gladly I will allow you to buy me a meal, O prince among heroes.
If only you knew.
Shima, prepare for me the feast of 6 horses?
Horus.
6 Horus? Is what is the singular Horai? Your kindness overwhelms me.
Hories.
Sorry.
You.
You will be a great... Now, you will have a secret. I can't fucking read.
All the items they stole from me was a magic rug. I alone know the words to
You
command
told us
it.
that already. It's not a secret.
I alone know the words to command it. If you help me recover my treasure, go ahead.
I will take you, Shamin and Shima, back to our land by way of the flying carpet. Shapir needs powerful heroes too. I'm guessing that's a post-game thing?
Yeah. It's how you get to the next one.
Oh, God.
Abdullah, too, is from the land of Shapir. Abdullah, do come from
And
the land of
Scooby, too.
Shapir. Abdul will be honored to tell you of that. Questions? It is Shamin who is the speaker for the house, for I have much work to do to serve you.
I'm a woman
If
and
you
therefore
wish.
have no opinion.
If you wish to know more about such things, then you should speak to him.
Again.
Enough already. I'm done.
Apparently so is her husband.
Now he's just staring with interest.
That's what I mean. He finished long ago.
I'm gonna pay for a night's rest.
Yeah, I'm a cuck. What about it?
Yeah, good reason to walk the fuck out of that conversation.
The sleep heals and refreshes you.
Oh, God.
Why pay for a rest when sleep is free? Because otherwise you actually can have some penalties if you sleep somewhere and you can get killed by, you know.
She does have a fucking confident walk, though. I appreciate that.
Oh, okay then. Alright, new day. Holla holla gadala. It looks like Abdullah fled the scene after Daniel found out about his operation.
Uh-huh. Once again, damn, Daniel. Oh, God. I don't know what it is specifically, but I think because of the shading, her portrait just looks so vastly different. It almost looks like clay. Oh, my
They were
God.
all made by clay.
God.
As literally, that was what they did.
Wait, what? Were they actually?
Yeah, the models were all modeled in clay and then, like, photographed.
Huh. Well, the more you know.
That would explain a thing or two.
Ah!
Alright. You have a go, Ragnar.
Alright, take care, Ragnar.
Eee. I'm king of the mountain.
I need to get some money.
Oh no, Javert, you found me. That's what that fucking stance looks like to me. The hero and the centaur stable boy. Well, this music bodes well. Oh, hi.
See, this sounds less like a growl and more like someone, like, nomming down onto a chip. Oops. Well. It's like his friend showed up.
What spells do I have? Oh, I just have Zap. Okay. Oh.
I wouldn't.
This is a way of farming money. This is why I'm doing this.
Maybe so, but isn't there also something about stepping into a fairy ring?
At night.
Okay, fair enough.
Ooh. A beautiful white stag is foraging for food. Well, I'll get to you in a bit.
Just like a white person. Ooh, that thing's pretty. Let's kill it.
Shrooms are a way of farming money for sure. You're not wrong.
Yeah.
Here's how I know. Alright. She still pays you for each of them, though, I think. 69. Let's keep going. Let's see. Yeah, she's still buying them.
Gotta love those exploits.
And let's see. 32 gold pieces. There we fucking go.
Also, are you gonna give the bird back his girlfriend?
No.
Fair enough.
I'm singing something from, or humming something from a different Sierra game.
That's fair. Fucking stock-ass thunder sound.
Maybe. Hey, baby. I'm gonna want each of these.
Oh, boy.
So, this is me just maximizing everything that I've got.
Yeah.
Let's see. Open, flame dart, and fetch. You know what fetch is useful for?
I would imagine fetching things.
You take a lovely gold ring from the nest. You place the ring into your pack and the nest on the ground. Why?
Because fuck them birds. They know what they did.
Well, I got your ring for you.
It's gonna cost you.
Oh, thank you for finding my ring. How I've missed this. Here are 6 golds and 2 healing potions for your reward. You are so exhausted that everything you do hurts. Better get some rest.
God.
You put the reward away and tell her she is welcome as you leave to avoid being kissed again.
It's like, let's put the reward away. Puts her in the closet.
The one ring to rule them all.
I
And now I have 2 healing potions.
didn't think it was that kind of ring.
Okay, so let's try this again. Why are you stuck on the centaur?
I mean, the sheer mass of his girth is too much to pass.
Your everything hurts and you need rest.
Mm-hmm.
Mood.
That's just being a millennial. There are no visits from Panther just yet.
And cool thing that I can do here. Everything here must be bolted down somehow. The sweet, juicy fruit of the tree is amazingly satisfying and refreshing. Ah, I replenished no health and I have no stamina.
Sleep.
I will! However,
There's always a however.
I need to cast Open. I'm gonna open a grave. It's okay. The scroll vanishes even as you read the magical runes upon it. You now have the knowledge to cast a calm spell.
That would also come in handy for millennials.
Booyah!
Bully!
I'm gonna try... After 60 minutes rest, you feel better. Yeah, I'd say I feel better. Oh!
He seemed like a friendly fella.
Who's attacking? Oh, okay.
That's a fucking T-Rex.
I'm a motherfucking T-Rex.
What a waste. No treasure.
Only guilt at my having contributed to fossil fuels.
I should rest.
No, that's a palm tree.
Alright, so that,
So that happened.
let's sleep all night. You could just sleep during the daytime. Excuse you.
I mean,
I don't need your judgy judge.
this game is nothing but judgment. Who are you talking to? Oh, those damnable goblins and those trolls. Up to no good again. When there's this trying to vibe in the forest. Really, you're playing a home invader here.
A grave, a good sleeping spot. I mean, ain't nothing comfier. What's chasing me now? No! I love watching
Just
the...
a random fucking Viking.
If fighting is sure to result in victory, then you must fight.
That's a brigand, by the way.
Sun Tzu said that.
All comes back to TF2.
Next to the town's wall, you notice a man who appears to be waiting for someone. His dagger looks like a particularly deadly weapon, and the thief handles it with great skill.
Gotta pay the toll.
What's in it for me? If you give me a silver, I might have a bit of info you can use.
Alright. Let's give you some money. Let's give you 2 gold.
Okay, what do you want to know?
Why you're standing in front of a green screen, sir?
Yaga's hut.
I seen her one time yelling out into the house. Hut of Brown, now sit down. That is one spooky dame, let me tell you.
That is the rhyme you need to know, by the way.
Yeah, I had a feeling.
What do you know about the Thieves Guild?
They hide it in the graveyard. It's under one of the tombstones. You can see the thieves if you go there at night.
No, that's a bad idea.
Give us a kiss, precious.
What's the password?
The thieves' password? Jenga. Sorry, I can't risk losing my thief license. They'd kick me out of Thieves' College. Chief wouldn't like it if I babbled that to the likes of you.
Okay, why the cemetery?
It's due west of town. Nice place to visit, but wouldn't want to stay there, if you know what I mean.
And I'd say he knows a little bit more about fighting than you do, pal, because he invented it.
And then he perfected it so that no man could best him in the Ring of Honor.
So,
Everyone loves Dragon Ball.
shut.
Especially now that it's in Fortnite.
What's your name?
Just call me Bruno.
We don't talk about Bruno.
Now you're getting it. She's an ugly hag who lives in a weird house who knows some magic. The place is due west of the Baron's place. Can't miss it. And for 2 gold, I'll tell you how to get into her hut.
Ha! I've already given you 2 gold. Don't worry about it.
That sounds like a you problem.
So, we need to do... I'm gonna buy apples.
That's apples, mate.
10. 20. 30. 40. 50. Cool. I just bought 50 apples. Why? Don't you worry about it.
Mm-hmm. Got a hell of a pie to make. Just play Running in the 90s.
There seems to be a fox north of the road.
For a second, I thought that fox was holding a fucking...
Help me, brave and kind hero.
I had a rapier stuck to his ass.
My foot is caught in this trap. If I had hands like you instead of paws, I could free myself. Please help me, brave and kind hero.
Yeah, I trust this about as far as I can throw you.
You spring the trap. In exchange for your kindness, I will give you some advice and a bit of information. First of all, it sometimes pays off to be polite, even to rude people. As for the amusing tidbit, Baba Yaga put an enchantment on the Baron's daughter some years back. To break the spell, you need to talk to the Dryad. Au revoir, ta-ta, and for now, be seeing you.
What is your name, kind stranger? It's Nunya. Nunya what? None of your damn business. That looks legit.
Far from the Frostfield fares forth this fighter. Hunger has hurled me hither from home. My name, it is known in the Northlands as Braugi Drata. With blades clash, or bargain with me.
Apples.
Mm-hmm. What's the bargain?
Find me some fruit for the mellow, my mead horn. Gift I will give for a gem that now glows.
I love the fox lies. Okay.
Yes.
Jewel from Juthheim.
Jotunheim.
That too. Flare of the frost flame. Fetch to me fruit that will fill up my fists.
Looks like it'll take a lot of fruit to fill up those fists. Well, just so happens.
Fruit you have found to fill all my food stores, thus filled the bargain. My gem you have brought. Browgie has bartered, and all has been answered. The meat it may mellow, and now I head home.
Bragi strides off through the cave on his way back to his northern home.
Fuck this shit, I'm out.
This cave looks very eerie and ominous.
You don't fucking say.
By the way, if you run here, you'll slip and fall.
That tracks. So what was the point of that?
To get a gem that we needed.
Alright.
It'll be later in the game that we'll be needing it, but...
Okay. Yeah, I guess I'm also used to, like, you got the item little message, and I forgot that point-and-click adventures don't really do that. At least not from this era.
God damn it. Alright, can I do anything about this? Alright, I'm running. Run.
You thought you could run? You thought you could run? The glory days before autosave. Oh, no. Woo!
So in case you guys were wondering what it was like back in the day.
It was acceptable in the 80s. It was acceptable.
So they will hide encounters on the next screen where you can't see them, but they'll appear and they'll attack you and you will die.
Because fuck you. Christ on a stick. That's a lot of progress gone.
Well, fortunately, I know enough how to do this.
Boy.
It's okay, though.
This is fine. How the fuck have we been going for 2 hours?
I know, right?
Alright. Yes.
Gonna keep doing that now.
Absolutely. Never let anyone guilt you out of save scumming, kids. There's Bruno. Oh, God. I just realized Bruno kind of looks like the first DM I ever played with. Shout out to you, Andrew, on the off chance you ever see this.
Anyway, bye.
Yes.
Okay, I love you, bye-bye. Stretched my back a little bit there.
Guess who's back? Back again. Foxy's back. Red wall looking ass.
Goes to show how quickly some of these things can actually get done if you just
Know what the fuck you're doing.
Damn, Daniel. Back at it again with the 50 apples.
This is a new one.
Glow of the frost flame that fills up the night field. A jewel that is flawless, the finest of gems. cools the mother's milk.
I would have concerns if that were true, sir.
Mighty yet mellow, that brings joy to giants and madness to men.
You know, I'm just gonna give you some fucking apples. You
Yeah.
enjoy.
Make some more meat out of that, my dude. I think I've only ever had mead, like, once. Like, years and years ago at a Ren Fair. Like, speaking of Andrew again. I may have mentioned this on the stream before, but, like, my old D&D buddies from, like, my first ever, like, D&D campaign were also... They might even still be part of a Scottish reenactment guild where they'd go to a bunch of different Ren fairs and stuff and just hang out with their guild members. And one of my favorite things to see was like when their Scottish guild would like camp next to like an English like Ren fair troop, and they'd have the whole like Scotland versus England thing going on. Fucking Star Trek ass music.
10 silver coins. It's not bad.
Yeah. Let's hope you don't lose those anytime soon.
Well, that's why I saved.
Yeah. Nyum. Okay. I was gonna say if it crashed there, that would be the fucking best. Now all of China knows you're here. Whop.
Also, my shoulder is being a little pain.
Oh, fun.
Ugh, fuck. Ow. Oh, boy. A sign appears. It reads, Willkommen auf Zauberberg.
Gesundheit.
Another sign appears. It reads, Trespassers will be towed.
Uh-huh.
Looks a bit like a purple mannequin. It looks like a cross between a castle and a angry purple rhinoceros.
I'm sorry. I'm taken aback by the fucking like just quick camera pan. Oh god. Also, why is there a fucking Metagross on top of that?
You feel as though you have just scaled the Matterhorn in full armor. What a climb! You can see all of Spielberg Valley from here. As you finally catch your breath, you see that you have reached a rather eccentric-looking house that you saw from below. There's an ugly gargoyle above the entrance.
Excuse you. Stand fast. Can you hear me? You have 3 questions. What is your name?
Call me Ishmael. Ask me. Alright, Daniel.
What is your quest? As if you can't guess what the reference is here.
Mm-hmm. I seek the Holy Grail. I want to be a wizard.
What is the first name of the guy who rules this valley?
Stefan. Baron.
God. Well, Erasmus always appreciates good spelling. The wizard will see you now. Go directly up to the tower. Do not dally.
He's not lying, by the way.
Never let me do this voice again.
Of course there's a Monty Python. This wizard must be a real character, and by the way, again, he's not joking about not dilly-dallying.
Uh-huh.
I will, however. Your eyes are drawn to the eyes of the figure in the portrait. His intense stare is unnerving. This would not be someone to trifle with, for he looks subtle and quick to anger. There's a strange figure on the bookshelf. It looks like it's an overgrown rat wearing a wizard's hat.
Uh-huh.
Well,
Nyum.
without lingering, let's go upstairs.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
I love this man.
Come in and sit down.
I need to choose a voice.
Fenris,
Our guest has arrived.
Cheese, please. Ah.
I was just screaming about the cheese.
Since you are a practitioner of the magical arts, you might be interested in a little game I have. Do you know the spell Open?
Yes.
Do you know the spell Fetch?
Mm-hmm.
Great! Now, can you cast Flame Dart?
Yeah.
Can you cast Blame Fart? Anyway. Good. Now, all you have to know is the spell Trigger. No jokes in the comment section. I don't suppose you know that one.
No, I actually don't know that one.
I believe I gave a learning scroll to the hermit. You'll have to talk to him about it.
Okay. Who the fuck?
I am a wizard of some renown.
What's a Fenris? What am I, some sort of object? Am I invisible or something that you talk about me behind my back in front of my face? Sheesh, no respect.
It's hard to take anyone very seriously who wears such a ridiculous hat.
Coming from you, Mr. Bojack Horseman, that doesn't mean much.
If magic be the loot of life, play on.
The quote was music, not magic, and it was food, not loot.
No one fucking asked you. How about magic makes the world go round?
Money makes the world go round.
Oh. Very well then. To put it in my own words, magic is the essence and the soul of life, and the wizard is her poet.
Actually, it was Merlin who said that first, but he used the term magician, not wizard.
Fenris, there are times when you would look better as a newt.
Why is that?
Because newts can't talk.
Neither can most rats.
I'll
What?
fucking kill you.
No.
That's for sassing me. A cheetah has claws at the end of his paws, like most animals, really. And a comma is a pause at the end of a clause.
So I was asking, do you know the difference between a cheetah and a comma?
I see.
Okay. What do you know about Zara?
Zara has a real flair for the theatric. Her entrance at the magic shop is a bit showy, but effective. It's a pity she has no sense of humor.
Just because she doesn't laugh at your jokes doesn't mean that she lacks a sense of humor. It just means that she's got good taste.
Baba Yaga is good at curses and shape-changing spells. She has a nasty temper and doesn't believe in safe hex, so it's best to stay on her good side.
This is for kids, mind you.
Not really.
You have to watch her. She cheats at cards.
So do you.
She started it first. Besides, I wanted her to get a taste of her own medicine.
Shame she still beats you. What's a curse?
I should have gotten a cat. The curse Baba Yaga placed upon Baron von Spielberg was a fine example of creative cursing. Upon von Spielberg and all his clan, this the curse I now demand. What I will shall come to measure, so shall ye lose all that ye treasure.
Maybe you shouldn't do them boomer jokes, wizard, says Phoenix in the chat.
I'll boom you. Of course, the problem is that for every curse, there is an equal and opposite counter-curse.
Counter-curse?
A counter-curse is a curse for a curse. It usually works against the one who cast the curse, cursing the cursor with twice the curse in the first place. The counter-curse for the curse of the Baron goes... Come a hero from... Sorry. There's a bit of the hairball going around. Free the man from in the beast. Bring the child from out the band. drive the cursor from the land. Not talking about your computer cursor, by the way. So, to break the curse, a hero must get rid of Baba Yaga, in addition to all the other things it does. It does not reflect well on Baba Yaga. Also, do you like my lip gloss?
Nothing reflects well on that ogress. She has a face that would break anything but a magic mirror.
Coming from you, ratatouille-looking ass. There are many types of magic mirrors. One of the more common types is the one that has a strange face popping up every so often.
Reminds me of the one in the master bedroom.
That's not magical.
No, but it does have a strange face peering in it whenever you are in the room.
At any rate, I used to have a nice magic hand mirror I misplaced around here somewhere. Could be used to reflect a spell back upon the caster. So if you happen upon a small golden magic mirror with a dragon handle on it, you'll know it's mine.
It was the flagon with the dragon. The mirror had a leer.
Oh, that's right. Well, if you find a magic mirror with a face on it, you'll know it reflects spells.
Sure. Anyway, so what do you know about Arana? Hairball? Got something you gotta confess to Shameen, wizard?
Listen. I mean, the wife's not getting any anyway. Never met her. I only built this vacation home here a century ago. Arana has a nice little magic meadow in her name northwest of here. Pretty respectable spellcaster, I imagine. The protection spell she cast over the town is fairly good, but I believe she missed a few places.
You're just jealous because the only thing anyone named after you was a soft drink.
I thought of Erasmus's Razzle Dazzle Root Beer was a wonderful name for a product. It's a shame the company went broke afterwards. Arena's spell prevents the use of excessive violence or hostile magic within Spielberg's walls, with the exception of a couple of places.
Places.
Looked to me as if she missed the back part of an alley, and the spell only applies to areas in town above the ground. Pretty shoddy, if you ask me.
Nobody asked you.
Basically, anyone who uses magic is a magic user. It's funny because we just had this conversation earlier. Anyone who casts spells is a spellcaster. However, to be a wizard, you need to have undergone initiation into the Wizards Institute of Technology.
Technocery.
That too. In the land of Shapir. Magicians and sorcerers are wizards who specialize. I myself strive to master all aspects of magic, unlike those narrow-minded specialists.
You wouldn't want to lose your amateur standing after all.
One could call me a jerk of all trades, though I prefer to think of myself as a dilettante.
Does that mean you tease pickles?
Only my own. You need to compete your quest, or complete it, whichever comes first, here before you can become initiated as a wizard. It's important for a magic user to know as many spells as possible. You never know just what might come in handy. Like pickles.
You have any pickles?
I got one for you. They are supposed to have a warlock working for them. From what I've seen, he's more of a nincompoop than a necromancer. He laughs too much when he casts his spells.
That's because his jokes are funnier than yours. What's a warlock?
The only thing I've seen the brigand warlock cast is sneezing powder.
Isn't that the vampire who fell in love with the throats?
Oh no, that's a necromancer. A necromancer is a magic user who has a rather unsavory relationship with corpses. Several.
Does that mean a necromancer has ghoul friends?
It means a necromancer is someone who deals with the undead. Also that.
Canasta with cadavers and spades with shades, eh?
I'll fucking kill you.
What's Mage's Maze?
Just a little something to challenge the mind and magic with that I like to play every now and then. Or again. Fenris isn't much of a challenge anymore.
That's because I always win.
Still think you're cheating somehow. Anyway, the game involves casting 4 spells. Flame Dart, Open, Fetch, and Trigger. And to make it worth your while, if you beat me, I'll teach you a new spell called Dazzle.
Is this game literally just Russian roulette?
Do you know?
Do you know which has more legs? One cow or no cow?
No.
You're right. No cow has more than 4 legs. These are too easy. Now, that's a spell with charm. Its true name is Erasmus's Razzle Dazzle, by the way. You can cast the spell, and anyone looking directly at its
Coruscating.
that light is blinded for a while and can't do anything.
Alright.
I like how every time I mess up, it just turns into meat from Vinny's streams.
Trigger is used to set off something. If a chest has a magical trap on it, you can set the trap off by casting a trigger spell. Just make sure you're out of range of the trap. I can set up other spells and let someone else trigger them. I fixed Henry the Hermit's cave for him so that he can do a lot of magic with only one spell.
What's a hermit?
Henry is a hermit who lives by the Flying Falls to the south. Great sense of humor.
The wizard is totally possessed by the One Ring.
I mean,
That means he actually laughs at Erasmus's jokes.
I think he borrowed something the last time I saw him, but I can't remember exactly what it was. Ah well, Henry is a great one to talk to. God.
But he hardly ever opens to have much to say.
This is why I drink. Magical traps are a good way to keep thieves out of your chests and other places.
Oh my.
Believe me, I know what I said. Put a fire trap on a chest, and when when someone goes to open it, he goes up in smoke.
Just so long as you don't forget about it and try to open the chest yourself.
I only got a little singed the last time.
Alright. Hey, Fenris. What's there to say? For a rat, I'm a really great guy.
Although, for such a great guy, you're really a rat.
Erasmus is my familiar.
Isn't that the other way around?
Familiar is my Erasmus? Well, I've always found Erasmus to be overly familiar.
No, I mean, aren't you my familiar?
All these years and you still don't know. Well,
Not in my house, you don't.
bye. Thank you for saving me the trek down. And that, I think,
Yeah,
is going to be probably a good place to leave off on that for today.
not a bad idea.
It's been a few hours now, and I mean, I'm glad to be getting back into the habit of actually streaming more than once a month.
Yeah.
But this has been a lot of fun. I'll
Alright.
probably be switching between this and Sims and maybe some other games depending on what my mood is. And probably trying to work some more, art back into the mix. I do want to try and stream more often. For many reasons, but including trying to get myself into a regulated habit of, in fact, doing something.
Yeah.
I've been doing a lot of other stuff. I mean, it's all behind the scenes stuff, but I've got a lyrical adaptation for a couple of songs. I mentioned the Irana's Peace one.
Yep.
I'm also working on one for another project that I will talk about more when I have more details of it.
Oh, yeah.
I've got still the big project that I've been working on that you guys have been seeing me either doing like art for, or if you're a patron, you've actually seen a good chunk of the assets that are going into that game, that series, etc. It's kind of shaped like a game, but it's not quite a game. Or if you're in my Discord server, you'll also see me occasionally posting there. I'm losing my voice, which is amazing, actually.
I mean, again, over 2 hours of streaming.
Well, that, and also I think it's as a side effect from pushing myself as hard as I did yesterday. You heard the wheezing. You heard the wheezing afterwards. Night, I'll take care. All right, you take care, Phoenix.
Have a good one.
Just in terms of closing thoughts, I mean, I usually, again, I have the coffee.com/mlorelei. If you guys want to chip in anything over there, patrons get, special access to certain things. Plus, it all makes a big difference. I'm not going to harp too much on it today, but it all helps me significantly.
Oh, yeah.
I want to thank you guys for tuning in today. I know that there's a lot of people always streaming on Saturdays, so the fact that you guys chose to come on over here, that actually means quite a bit. Thank you, Griffin, for joining me today. I know
Always
that's
a
not going to be... Sorry for cutting you off. That's not going to be a regular thing, unfortunately, because he has officially been cleared to go back to work.
Yeah.
You have a good rest of the night, you two. I gotta visit more often. That's my bad. Hey, I've been streaming during the week anyway, so it's difficult to catch it. These are pretty much immediately going up over on my YouTube channel, and watching it there also helps me because they've just now, because I haven't uploaded there much for the last couple of years, really, they've warned me we're going to demonetize your channel soon, so... Gotta get those watch hours back up. So again, if you missed this or missed parts of this stream, you can always go back over to the M. Lorelei channel and watch them or rewatch them or have them on in the background or play them on mute so that you can get the watch hours. Okay, I'm kidding. But I do want to try and put some more stuff on there and to perhaps avoid demonetizing that channel. But that all said, all of these streams are going to be going up over there, and that's going to be like a bit of a VOD collection place for them.
Yeah.
But beyond all of that, I'm hoping to have more stuff coming through the pipeline and actually up to the... Like I said, I got those lyrical covers, and I'm actually pretty excited for those. You can tell that I'm fucking languishing at the end of the day. I'm so wiped from yesterday still, too. Anyway, thank you guys for watching, and I hope to see you come Tuesday, assuming that I am still alive then, so to speak, and, can have the energy to do so. I'm going to keep trying to keep that going if I can.
Take care, everyone.
Bye-bye.